Hey, good Thursday afternoon, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresco. Sunshine starting to ray through the clouds. Let's bring in 22 News from Team Meteorologist Brian Lapis now. After some rain and cloudiness this morning, some sunshine out there this afternoon.
Yeah, it's all relative, right? It's a little bit of a thinning of the clouds, but don't be fooled. There still is the chance for a shower or two a little bit later on this evening and even overnight. Traffic is in good shape. We're kind of zoomed in here on Hampden County. So from, say, Russell to Chicopee, the Mass Pike is good. Chicopee to Palmer, you're also in good shape. 391, 291 fine, and I-91 through Holyoke and into Northampton also in good shape. Temperatures right now have cracked 60 degrees. Nick was mentioning the brightening. As we brightened up, we warmed up a little bit. 63 right now, Springfield, 61 in Northampton, and temperatures are in the upper 50s to low 60s right now for you in Berkshire County. There's the thinning. You can see it. Little thinning of clouds here on the clouds and radar. Still the chance, though, for some rain tonight. Brighter day tomorrow. We'll track it with the 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
A Springfield police officer has been arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting a student while he was an assistant coach at Summers High School in Connecticut. According to authorities, 27-year-old Justin Perez has been with the department for nearly 3 years. Connecticut State Police say their investigation started back in October when a student told another coach that Perez contacted her on social media and touched her inappropriately during practices. Perez is being charged with sexual assault, risk of injury to a minor, and enticing a minor by computer. He was released on a $100,000 bond in order to have no contact with the victim or her family. Springfield Police Superintendent Lawrence Akers suspended Perez for 5 days without pay, the maximum allowed under civil service law without a hearing. One of the 3 men charged in connection to a Holyoke shooting that led to a death of a baby is out of jail, at least for now. On Wednesday, a Hampden Superior Court judge released Alejandro Ramos Jr., but required him to wear a GPS monitor. Ramos and 2 other men were indicted on charges of murder of an infant in connection to a 2023 shooting on Sargent Street in Holyoke. Prosecutors say Ramos and the 2 other men were involved in a confrontation that escalated to a shootout. One of the bullets struck a PVTA bus, hitting a pregnant woman who was on board. The 2 other suspects in the case remain held without the right to bail. Enfield police arrested 2 people from Springfield on larceny charges. According to police, 21-year-old Devin Arthur and 20-year-old Gabriella Martins were caught stealing from several retail stores. Officers were doing a planned operation to address retail theft in the city. The 2 were reported to police after being caught shoplifting. They are both facing larceny charges. Financial markets around the world are plummeting following President Trump's latest and most severe set of tariffs. The U.S. stock market is taking the worst of it so far. The S&P 500 was down more than 4% this morning, more than other major stock markets. It's on track for its worst day since COVID shattered the global economy 5 years ago. Experts say if President Trump follows through on all of his tariffs, stocks may fall more than 10% from their all-time high. Back now with Brian Lapis. We're starting to get some warmer weather in here, Brian.
Yeah, temperatures have cracked 60 degrees here this afternoon, and we'll be back in the 60s, I expect, tomorrow. We have not so great news for the weekend, but let's talk about the here and now. Clouds and radar showing a little thinning here and a little bit of sunshine, but there's also still some low cloudiness around there. So the brightening is relative, and it depends on where you are here in western Massachusetts. 22 News Storm Team Skycast. Mostly cloudy here this evening. There may be a little bit of clearing here during the early to mid-evening hours, but clouds return. Chance for a scattered shower or 2 here tonight. I expect that these showers would be widely scattered. The good news is, other than the slight chance for a little bit of early morning rain here tomorrow, the trend will be for clearing. I'm going to call it partly to mostly sunny here tomorrow. A little breeze out of the northwest and high temperatures back into the 60s. Savor whatever sunshine we get here tomorrow, because the weekend looks gray and damp. We'll track it on 22 News at 5.
In the NFL, there will be a big change next season. The league will determine whether teams have made first downs by using Sony's Hawkeye system. It consists of 6 cameras that will track the position of the ball. The league says the team of officials who walk onto the field to measure whether the ball has gone 10 yards will remain on the field in a secondary capacity. The move is in line with a trend of major sports leagues increasing reliance on technology with the hope of reducing human error. Your morning cup of coffee could get more expensive again as President Trump's tariffs hit one of the world's biggest suppliers, that's Vietnam. It's the largest producer of the variety used in instant drinks and espressos. Coffee prices on the futures markets have already been soaring in the past year on the back of smaller harvests in key growing regions. Tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock with the recent Liberation Day, tariffs going into effect, gold prices have surged to its strongest quarter since 1986. Tonight, a look at the impact President Trump's new tariffs will have moving forward. And the city of Springfield recently lost millions in federal funding. We hear from city officials on their plan of action. Plus, Bay Path University held its 28th Women's Leadership Conference today. We'll have a recap of today's event. Brian.
Traffic here in western Massachusetts look good. The weekend looks wet. We'll track it on 22 News at 5.
And we have updates on our website all the time. Weather, news, traffic, also on the 22 News app. We'll see you tonight at 5.